This crochet method is good for basket, bags, hats, container covers, and many more. Whatever the project that you want to use to build the side, go straight up like this. Okay. For this tutorial, I'm not gonna show you how to crochet the circle part because I have separate video tutorial on how to crochet the circle and how to join in the round that look more seamless. If you haven't seen that tutorial, I'm gonna put the link in description below. So for this method, I like to finish off my circle. Then I'm gonna start off my side pattern with new yarn. If I don't do that, here is what it will look like. See, if I continue using the same yarn that I use for the base, it's gonna create this joint, kind of like jump that I don't like. But if you don't mind this, you can do this method. It's totally up to you, but I don't prefer that. This method can be used with single crochet, half double crochet, double crochet, triple crochet, double triple crochet. So we're gonna start this method. I'm gonna use double crochet stitches because I have my double crochet here. Alright, and we're gonna turn the wrong side up. And to start with double crochet, some people start the round with chain 3 and that count as double crochet, and I'm gonna show you that method first. So first you're gonna go around double crochet stitch post like that. Okay, I bring my yarn, I hold it on the back, I yarn over, pull up a loop, then chain 3, and this will count as double crochet, right? And now I'm gonna yarn over my hook, insert the hook around the next double crochet post, yarn over, pull up a loop, 3 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. It's like a back post double crochet, but I hold my tension tighter than regular back post double crochet because I want the side part to kind of like stand nice and straight. So I'm gonna repeat that around. So I yarn over my hook, insert my hook around the next double crochet post, yarn over, pull up a loop. See, I hold it a little tight than regular back post double crochet. If I do back post double crochet, I'm gonna hold it like this and pull the yarn up a little bit, right? But I want to hold it a little tighter, but not too tight, okay? Then yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, and then repeat into every double crochet post around. Okay, just like that. See, very easy. You're gonna do that around. So for me, I like to start my round with beginning double crochet because I want to join in the round that look more seamless, where I use this method right here. So I'm gonna redo this. I'm not gonna start with chain 3. I show you this because many people prefer to chain 3 count as 1 double crochet. So I'm gonna start with beginning double crochet. I'm gonna wrap my yarn like this because I don't want to create a knot. Okay, and then I insert my hook around double crochet post, yarn over, pull up a loop. You can start any stitches you prefer. I have 2 loops on my hook here, and then I hold on to this tail. I yarn over, pull through all the loops on the hook. Basically, I make single crochet there without making a knot. Then I'm gonna chain 1 loosely. All those count as beginning double crochet. Then I'm gonna continue the same method. I yarn over my hook, insert my hook around the next double crochet post, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. Okay, and then double crochet around the next double crochet post. Okay, repeat. See, pretty easy. Oops, like that. And here's what it looks like at the bottom. Alright, I'm gonna continue do that all around. Then I will meet you back in here. And this is my last stitch here. Okay, here's what it looks like. Then I'm gonna join in the round with seamless join. So I'm gonna remove my stitch marker and remember that stitch. And then I insert my hook into that stitch, but back loop only, and make slip stitch. And then I'm gonna place my stitch marker into the stitch that I just make my slip stitch. Alright, then I pull the loop up a little bit and remove my hook. Insert my hook into the next stitch from behind, like so, and then grab that loop and then pull through the back, like so. Pull up a little bit. Then I'm gonna make a beginning double crochet into the same stitch that I just pull up my loop right here. So beginning double crochet is gonna be single crochet and chain one. Okay, so insert my hook into the same stitch there, yarn over, pull up a loop, 2 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through all the loops on the hook, and then chain one loosely. All those count as beginning double crochet. Then I'm gonna place my stitch marker into the top of that beginning double crochet stitch. And now I'm just gonna keep making double crochet into each stitch around. And now whatever pattern that you are making, you just keep making that pattern, okay? We're here to learn how to do this method, the first round. But I'm just gonna finish off my second round here, just to show you. Alright, I will be back when I'm at the end of the round. Okay, for my last stitch, it's gonna be the same stitch that I place my stitch marker, which is the stitch that I make a slip stitch into. So I remove my stitch marker there and remember that stitch and make my last double crochet into that stitch. I try to go into both loops there. Okay, like so. Here's what it looks like. If you want to continue making double crochet, you're gonna use the same method, the seamless double crochet join in the round. And now I'm just gonna finish off my project. So I'm gonna cut the yarn, leave a little bit of tail, and then I pull my yarn out. I'm gonna use the invisible join. I bring my yarn needle, insert the tail into my yarn needle. Then I'm gonna skip that first stitch where I place my stitch marker and then insert my needle into the next stitch, like so. Pull through. I'm just gonna go ahead and remove my stitch marker. Then I insert my needle back into the last double crochet that I made where the yarn come from here. Go into the middle part and then go inside. I try to go into those 2 stitches and pull through, like so. Pull tight, not too tight. See, I just create a new stitch here. That's why I skipped that first stitch, like that, and then just weave the end. Okay, then I will do that later. Here's what it looks like. See, at the end, you can't even see where is the end of the round, right? That's why I like this method. See the base? You can't even tell where is the end of the round. That's why I like to finish off my base first and then start the side part over with new yarn. And yeah, you see this will go straight up. You're just gonna continue crocheting whatever you are making. It will go up like that because we set up the foundation row pretty nice, I would say. I really hope you give this method a try. If you do, please share your thought in the comment below. That's it for this tutorial. Thank you so much for watching and I will see you next video. Bye bye.